Hi. Nothing like sitting, talking to a camera at the park. The good news is it's below freezing, so there's only like one car here. Probably not going to get out. Just made some... I tried making like a creamy tea because I didn't want to buy out, even though I really want to buy out. Anyways, today I want to talk about decluttering sentimental items. I want to talk about why, what, how, and then you can see if it's for you or not. The flavor definitely kicked in more. So first, I want to talk about why I've decluttered my sentimental items. A lot of the times, we have nice memories, but not always a nice feeling that comes along with them. And I wanted to create room to grow instead of constantly having the past feelings. I felt like they kind of hold you back sometimes, and I just wanted to let it go and grow forward. And I think it is a lot more deeper of a connection to yourself, to your things, to the people that you love, if you have a few precious things and you let the rest go, the things that don't mean as much. It lets yourself love what you love from the past and let go of the rest. So certain things that I've gotten rid of, uno momento. This includes yearbooks, old letters from friends, like notes that you passed during school, birthday cards, graduation cards, holiday cards, all the greeting cards, excess photos, my younger self's clothes, lost hobbies like you remember the rainbow looms, roller skates, little things that sometimes you're like, oh, that was such a nice thing to do at the moment, or you have a lot of memories attached to them and you're not holding them on because you're actually doing the hobby, just because you're just holding it on to it because it reminds you of something good. I feel like that just doesn't have a lot of use anymore, and it's good to pass it on. And different school awards, if you remember, the little papers that you would get, best artist of 3rd grade, or different things like that. I just got rid of it because it's a nice memory. But when I would go through all of my things and I would see all these, it didn't necessarily make me feel good. The things that made me feel good were the few things that I've kept. An old t-shirt of my grandpa. That makes me feel good when I see it because I used to see him in it all the time. Or the old stuffed puppet, you put your hand inside of it, of the little cartoon Lamb Chop. My grandma used to own that. That makes me feel good. With the excess photos, there are a few photos that I've kept. I've called them my fire, the things, if you had 60 seconds in a fire, what would you grab? I call them my fire photos. The few of when I was really, really little that bring really good memories of me and my dad, me and my brother and sister. Those are the things that I feel are worth it. If I have more sentimental items than could fit in a suitcase, then they lose its value, and it doesn't really, not all of that could be that big of a part of my personality. I think that's impossible for anyone. So find out what you truly, really love and get rid of the things that really don't bring that joy, but it just, you're like, oh, that was a fun memory. Those are things that I would get rid of personally. I want to talk about, before I talk about how, I want to say first that this is not for everyone. I think that I'm a particularly a perfectionist in a sense. I feel everything has to be the right way to do it. So this is a great tool for me to let go and see what truly matters to me, and to not, it helps me have a better relationship with my things so that I don't feel like they're owning me. But not everyone feels that way. So if it doesn't apply to you, then let it pass through. Let it pass one in ear and out the other, or I hope you gain something from it. But lastly, I want to talk about how I did it. And really, it's a process to get rid of really sentimental things. Like, especially the whole yearbooks thing, that was like the last thing I got rid of. Um, but it felt good to let it go. So I do it, you do it in like cycles. I feel like a good first cycle to have is get rid of the things you absolutely don't want, clear it out. If you're going to do the cycle again, clear out again, I'd say digitizing things is a good next step. The ducks are quacking. Digitizing things is a good next step because you are prioritizing what's really important. Do you want to save a photo of it in your phone and have it, or do you not? And so it's sort of a concrete way to say yes or no. And then once it's digitized, you could go through the cycles again, like, oh, do I want to delete this off my phone? And by that at that point, it's not really necessary to delete it because it's not taking up that much space. For me, it is because it's taking up mental space, mental clutter. But I feel like it's a really good next step. If something does not give you the warm fuzzies, it's not bringing you joy. I feel like that's a good tip on if you're going to go through like these cycles of getting rid of sentimental items, because sometimes it can be confusing. Like, is this making me happy, or do I just like the memory, or it's not giving me a good feeling? The warm and fuzzies are what feel like joy to me, and anything that's like, oh, that was nice to read, but I didn't get the warm fuzzies, I didn't want to keep, and I got rid of it. And you can break it down into categories to make it easier. Go through photos first, then go through old clothes, and then go through old notes. Things like that. Yeah. Ultimately, I hope you gain perspective on life as I'm trying to do and trying to learn how to do, and not hold on to things so tightly, not try to be so perfect, and just enjoy. Okay, bye.